Welcome back, you degenerates. Today we're looking at my Tuna, and then afterwards we can take a look at this Seiko.
Ha!
I've always been a fan of the Seiko Marine Master Tuna. It's such a good looking and good quality watch. Unfortunately, it was never meant to be, as I don't enjoy owning battery powered quartz watches. Don't ask me why, that's just the way it is. So this little Street Series automatic Tuna was a welcome addition to me, as I get to loosely enjoy something that has the aesthetic spirit of the Tuna while still being an automatic watch. Unlike the Marine Master Tuna, this watch is not the pinnacle of Seiko performance. It's a fairly basic watch with all these standard feature sets you'll find on any other entry-level Seiko. But within those standard features, I personally find a lot of charm in the different textures and layers throughout the case. And for what it's worth, I think this is a great, fun little watch. It's technically not really little, but I do think it's sized well. Here are the dimensions. One thing you'll hear a lot of when it comes to Tunas is the exceptional wrist wearing experience due to the lugs, and that holds true here. From small to large, I think this is a watch for all wrist sizes. For reference, my wrist is 7.75 inches or 19.6 centimeters. For price, this is going to run you around $400 to $500. Based on the spec sheet alone, I'd probably say that's a shitty value. I'm not even going to try and convince anyone that it's worth it. But it's ISO rated and looks pretty, so at least I'm basic enough to drink that snake oil. And talking about the specs, here's a quick and dirty of what all this watch comes with. The watch is powered by the old faithful automatic 4R35 movement, or NH35 for all of you degenerate homage fans. Then there's the Hardlex crystal, a unidirectional dive bezel, a steel case and shroud, a screw-down crown, and a screw-down caseback. Lume is applied on the hands, indices, and bezel pip, and as you can see, it's outstanding. The watch is also an ISO rated 200 meters dive watch, so it can handle me violently plunging my hands into an almost empty Pringles can. The bezel functions as it should with an action that is typical with other Seikos of equal caliber. It's kind of sluggish and hollow, but solid nonetheless, and no noticeable backplay. The edge has a unique style of scalloping that looks fitting and provides an effective gripping surface, making it easy to operate. The bezel insert is one of my favorite features of the watch, with a series of concentric rings that adds a nice touch to the presentation. The concentric rings and brushed bezel shroud help offset the more decorative nature of the dial, which consists of a playful sunburst green backdrop and chrome bordered indices. When observed at the right angle, all of those design elements work together well in a way that is quintessentially Seiko. Going back to the bezel shroud, it's attached to the case via 3 hex head screws and it is removable. The shroud does offer some protection for the crown, which still remains easily accessible. It has a coined edge and the action is good, with tight threading and a feeling of being solidly connected to the inner gears. The caseback is your typical Prospex caseback, which also happens to be my favorite caseback design of all watches. The embossed Prospex logo, combined with the more seriously looking brushed finishing around it, is the perfect combination of form and function to me. This watch comes with a silicone strap, which I remove right away because I prefer bracelets. The jeweled lugs makes swapping out straps a breeze. And that's a general overview of the SRPF83 Tuna. Like I said before, there's nothing technically special here, but I still very much enjoy everything about it. It's a visually dynamic watch with varying levels and textures from top to bottom, and that all adds to the wearing experience. I don't believe these are too popular, so if this is the first time you're being exposed to one, I'm glad to have been a bad influence. But that's it for now. Stay classy. I sure as hell won't.